It's a delayed stream. Okay?
How are we checking the audio?
Someone will listen eventually.
Oh, Mike? Hi. Oh.
Just turn on the speaker. Someone will listen eventually. Perfect.
Audio is good.
Okay, cool. So we're good. Turn it off.
Turn it off, yeah. It's pretty gross.
Okay. Can someone else join the stream and listen to it? Cool. And let's go. Like listen to AirPods.
Where is that stream?
Oh, it's on the Slack. It's on the Visions. Can someone share it?
No, that doesn't count. It's not on here.
Come on.
You just pulled it out of the bottle. You have 2 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna go away from here. This makes me self-conscious.
Okay.
You have to start.
Oh.
The actual drive button.
Right. Oh yeah, I have to act. Okay, cool. So, let me move this away so I don't see myself.
Excited to jump.
Ready? Okay, cool. So at this point, someone from the academics team.
You made the AirPods? Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So at this point, someone is manning the laptop. I'm assuming either Anki or Malhar. Someone is manning the camera too. We just need someone in their laptop or camera and laptop.
Did you wear the mic?
It's right here.
You have to wear it.
Oh, I have to wear it? Okay.
Okay. And then at some point we'll find it to you guys. I'm saying it. Great. Go.
Okay, fuck. Okay. So at this point, there are 2 people manning this setup. There's someone manning the camera. Hopefully someone from ops, if you could start Christine. And then someone also manning the computer to answer questions from the virtual participants. At this point, you guys are probably like the participants in the room. You have a name tag on. You sat there for a couple of minutes. You're probably talking to the person next to you. And then Abby and I will come on and we'll be like, hi guys, welcome to the Datathon Kick-off. And then we'll have this presentation on. We are yet to actually finalize what we're going to present, but most of it is gonna, should we just ad-lib it? Okay. Okay guys, let's start clapping if you've moved away from home. Okay, yeah, this is not going very well, so we'll have to figure something else out. That's okay. So we're gonna come up here, we're gonna be like, oh, you know, we're gonna be like, uni is really hard, you know, being part of the Datathon, being part of the Data Science Statistics Society, we're part of a community. We're gonna make it less cliche. And then we're gonna be like, you guys are part of the story that we've written. And then we're gonna go into like the rules and regulations and all the boring stuff. But
they're gonna be disqualified at every step.
but then most of it is just gonna be like, okay, like, you know, we're here today. The main point of today is for you to get into teams. You have to, you know, declare your teams by tonight, 11:59. Otherwise, we can't send you the GitHub link, and we won't be able to facilitate your learning in the Datathon. We'll go through. We will go to the Datathon Hacker Starter package. We're not going to go through everything, but we're just going to tell them that, hey, it does exist. And then we'll also maybe briefly touch upon the anonymous incident reporting form. Afterwards, and we'll probably also go through the scoring system just to, you know, encourage people to come to workshops, to participate in the activities that we have planned, and then we're going to pass it on to you guys.
Okay.
To go through the data sets. And at no point do we disclose anything about the data sets, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
I made them.
Oh, we should probably get Gian to... Bye.
I I've made the rule books if you guys want me to go over it.
So the idea was we were not going to go very well into the rule book, but we were
Right.
just going to give the one that we wrote in the hacker package. That much.
One thing I do
If you want to do it, sure, do it.
No. One thing, I'll do it, if I was going to do it, this is something I do, and I'm suggesting you guys do it too. When you have to really drive in the fact that they need to read it, the best way to do it is to go on the actual Datathon book, and then Control F, disqualification, and then see how many times it pops up. Just be like, guys, I don't need to say anything. This is important. There's a lot at stake here. You just need to drive that in some.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe, yeah. Okay, cool.
Somehow
Somehow.
you have to drive that in. That
Yeah.
need it before you start hacking.
Yeah.
Got it.
But like, have you ever seen those like asynchronous quizzes? And then people just like complete the questions, and then you can have it referenced back to the hacker package, maybe.
We could still do a mental meeting.
Yeah, something like that.
It's good
It could
interaction.
be yay or nay. Will you get disqualified or not? I did this. Boom, disqualified or not?
Okay, we do. Okay. One
You're not
sentiment.
disqualified. Okay, calm down.
One
We don't want to
sentiment.
scare them. Like,
Exactly.
We don't want to instill like, hey, this is fearful. We want to instill the whole like, we are facilitating your learning. We'll find another way to drive that point home, just in a different sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And then, so us basically, like, we're not going to go through everything, but we'll let them know it exists. We'll let them know of those like disqualification parts. But we're just setting the vibe, really.
Yeah.
So,
So the entire purpose of our presentation would be to show them why they should participate in the Datathon or why they should work for it. The entire vibe that we're setting would be around, hey, we are the same as you. We are in the same team. We're not here to penalize you. We're not here to judge your submissions. But what we're going to do is facilitate a healthy competition between you folks, right? And that's what we're trying. Cool. And after that, we'll pass it on to you guys.
Are you guys going about the career path like theme in your part, or like is that our job to drive that home?
So we can talk about how this Datathon has been motivated by. So okay, the story that Annie was talking about, that we came from a different place. We moved away from home, and then when I came to university, I found myself lost. It was COVID times. People had to have their face covered. I couldn't even identify people who I saw online. Most of the times, online people had their cameras on also. So in not finding anyone that I knew, I had to find myself and what I was in, right?
Anaki's face.
So, yeah.
Stop it. Stop
whatever.
this.
We'll find better words, man, whatever.
Yeah.
And then in finding what I was supposed to do, the three clear paths that was given to me by the co-op office or by the Academic Advising Career Center was either you go into academia, you go into government, or you go into industry. I didn't know. True story. Let's assume it is. As long as it is keeping you captivated, that's what it matters. Out of those, I still am confused. But what has helped me guide my decision towards whatever I'm doing now is by having experience in all of these fields. And that is what this Datathon is designed with in mind. We are giving you an opportunity to explore all the three realms of industry, academia, and government by having data sets in the areas and giving you tasks or challenges as you would face in the real life as a data scientist in these fields. And then we move on to the data sets. So something like that.
Yeah, I like that. There's some corrections there, but this was off the top of your head.
Yeah. We haven't dropped it yet. We haven't defined it yet. But
I like it.
cool. You guys want to try it out?
Yeah, we're gonna pull up and assume we present.
So you're not going to present.
You're presenting right now. Just tell us at least what the data sets are.
That person's out, right?
Yeah.
That person. Jian.
Gian.
Jean. All right, Mike, take the stage.
Oh, you have to give the mic to the thing before you.
Oh, I was calling him Mike.
Yeah, no, but wait. Also, like between the two of us,
Yeah.
whoever speaks, the other person has to remember to give the mic to them. Because the live stream
Oh, fuck, so I can't
only
just...
hears through the mic.
Don't stick it. Just hold it.
Yeah,
Just hold it?
Just hold it.
Yeah.
wrap it around and just hold it like a normal person.
Yeah. Oh, very small.
I've been doing this for 2 years.
Team academics always clutching up.
Cool.
Hey, girl.
Yep.
Go.
All right, guys. Is this too loud? Oh, okay. Let him figure that out. The order in which these data sets will be explored will change. Essentially because we had to add this extra section of Aniki's live demo about submitting to Kaggle, downloading the data, all of that. So traffic signs will be first. This we believe is the hardest data set because it has to deal with images, right? So you have images, you have pixels, and somehow you have to convert that into an input that a program can take and proceed to classify, as you can see by the image, traffic signs. Right, so we have 43 different traffic signs. These are German or Ukrainian? German. These are German traffic signs. It has everything from stops, speed limits, hazards, basically everything you can see on a daily basis if you're riding around and insert Germany's capital. I feel, yeah, sure, Berlin. Yeah, and then I haven't made the part of this, but here, what we're going to do is I will have a brief outline of what the data that they download will look like. So it'll be a folder structure, and then I will also briefly show the training, just like the first 5 things about the train, and be like, okay, the main important thing about this is you have basically a mapping of a image in the training folder to its class. And then you also have some additional information. You have the width, height of the image. You have within the image, you have the pixel locations for the top left and bottom right. I'm not sure if you need to use those to improve your model, but you can. What else do I need to talk about? No, that's basically it, right? And then I'll briefly go over the goals, the scoring metric. Because the scoring metric is identical across all the data sets, I will just say it once here and say this is for all 3 data sets, so Aniki won't have to continue it for the rest. What else? That should be good enough.
So you want us to move the scoring part to yours in QQ?
No, just a balanced accuracy metric. I'm just briefly going to mention it. I'm going to say you can find details about it on Kaggle and in the starter pack, in the rule book. I've provided a link for that. Okay, then the next data set, which is missing here, is UK traffic collision or UK accidents, right? So it's a very big data set. It has 1.8 million rows. It has a lot of rows. Oh, okay. Great. Not sure how this came to be, but this is to analyze. Basically, you have date, time, location. This is for governments to analyze what places are dangerous. How can you equitably employ resources such as your emergency medical services to help save lives, right? In this one, although there's a lot of rows and columns, the one that we're going to ask them to predict is the severity of the accident. So given whatever information that the person who dialed 911 or whatever it is in UK got, we need to determine, how important it is to send emergency services over there. I know that it's not fair and you shouldn't put one life over the other, but if you can take an aggregate, like if there's a family here and there's only one dude over there, you might want to send the only remaining ambulance over there. Something like that. So that's a pretty neat data set.
you'll see a pattern over here. We started with multi-class image, then we're going to multi-class. There's only 3 classes here. It's severity is 1, 2, or 3, low, medium, high. And then finally, the last data set, this will be Anaki's part, is heart disease prediction. So we have a data set of about 1,000, we have 1,000 entries. And essentially it's just, you have some information about the heart rate, the cholesterol level, any other health metrics. The names are, any private information is discarded. It's just health metrics, and then you have a presence column, whether or not there's a presence of heart disease. The goal would be to help predict beforehand if a person has a high risk of heart disease, right? It would help in, of course, the patient themselves knowing that they need to check up and they need to improve their lifestyle, but it will also help the doctor predict whether or not, or what kinds of other things you have to look out for when doing a health checkup for that individual person. So in this case, this is just a binary classification. The actual data set has presence or absence, but when we ask them to predict presence or absence, it's more or less predicting the probability that this person, it's basically a high risk of heart disease versus low risk of heart disease. And this is a very simple, doesn't have a lot of rows, doesn't have a lot of columns, very simple data set. Finally, after this, we're going to jump into, Anki will jump into the live demo using the NBA prediction data set on Kaggle on how to download, read the code, run his model, which he already has, so he's going to skip over that. He can go over it if he likes to, depending on how much time we have left. And then finally, exporting. The most important parts is installation of necessary IDEs and tools. That's already been handled in the starter pack. The installations parts are given out, both for Python or for Jupyter, for RStudio. Everything's already there. So we're going to skip that part. We're going to start straight with downloading from Kaggle, importing it into Python, exporting from Python to a submission CSV, and then uploading to Kaggle. After that,
before that, whose computer are we using? Oh, like whose login are we using for projector? Right now.
I like that. That's a good point. All presentation material, including his presentation for the NBA one, should just be on a single device.
Yeah.
Great.
You're most comfortable with that, right?
I just need to change my wallpaper.
Hey yo. Wait. Hold on.
He's a VIP MVP of
Hold
data.
on. I'd like to see this.
Change that wallpaper.
Have you not seen?
You seriously haven't
Okay, we're keeping that. You want to make a collage? We can put the real estate one too. Okay.
Yeah, the Canva is just going ahead. If you're okay with using my laptop, I'm okay with it. Because your demo has installation and all that. You might not have access to my laptop.
Okay, you can use mine then.
Right, so like I said, heart disease, you talk about the dimensions, you talk about how much you have, train test. There isn't a file structure here because it's just 2 CSVs. But yeah, and then evaluation's already there. What we want to predict this column. It's binary, yada, yada, yada. After this, I believe this is the end for the academics team after he's done with the presentation, with the live demo. We can have a Q&A section where if they have questions regarding the actual rulebook, if they, I don't know, somehow we're just skimming through it, we can stay back for a bit.
Okay. So, that makes sense.
Yeah?
After this, basically what we'll do is one of us, either I'm
good?
Huh?
Audio is good, but make sure you don't tap on the mic so much, like whoever, all of you guys do.
Okay.
So the mic, just make it like as clear as there and not tap it.
When it taps on its own thing, it makes a sound, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just,
That's nice.
How
So
was
if
this?
he just clicked it, so now it's not gonna move.
you should just hold it like at the bottom and then just, like a
Okay,
like
is it better?
a-
I don't know. Looks very big.
Presidential candidate.
Okay, cool. So what is going to happen? A few things that we missed early on and how the transitions are going to happen after this. At the start though, what we're going to employ are two strategies. One is for engagement and second is for making our datathon stick, right? So we're going to start with a random question. The raising hands thing didn't work. So what we'll do probably is, let's ask this question. How many of you like raising hands in class? None, right? I'm pretty sure. Nobody's gonna say it. Nobody's gonna say it because at the start it's everyone's settling down. Nobody even heard the question properly. Nobody's gonna say yes. So what we can do is, at that point, tell them to, when we ask a question, all you need to do is clap. All right? Clapping is
That's easier than raising
Yeah. We'll take them through it because once they do it once or twice, it becomes comfort, and then you can achieve it again and again.
Okay, try it with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Demonstrate something.
Cool. So the question has been asked and whatever. After that, cool. So yeah, it was the same with me. I didn't like raising hands in class as well. So much embarrassment. Most of the times I had questions that were so stupid. I was embarrassed looking back myself. So what we're gonna do here is instead hide in the crowd. So every time I ask a question, or any of the speakers does, what you need to do is just clap your hands. And we're going to practice that together so that nobody feels embarrassed again. At the count of 3, I want you to clap your hands with me. Cool? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Easy. Once more. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Once more. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now, every time someone asks a question about any frequency, like, have you been doing this or have you ever been there, you're just gonna clap your hands and you're gonna give your response. Cool? Then we'll move on.
If we do that, we need to do the countdown every time.
No. It'll just come organically.
You should try asking a question right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should do like a thing with your hands, like, like that makes sense.
Okay.
Like gives us a cue to be like, oh, okay, fine. Because the worst is when you're like, oh man, don't you hate it? Like when I'm like just going something, like, oh, no, you need to do it. You know?
Also, maybe we can, like,
Continuous clapping?
because like it's hard to synchronize unless you can't go.
But then-
Countdown is good, honestly.
The thing is, if in that asynchronous clapping, like where you have continuous clapping, if there's low number of people, you're just singled out. Nobody in your row is clapping and you're just, you know? Yeah, that's, I don't
I
know.
feel like the single clap is fine.
Mhm.
You can incorporate this timeline by doing the 3, 2, 1 while you're speaking the question.
Sure.
Here hates school.
Yeah, cool. We could do that.
You don't have to be like, who here hates school and then
Okay,
start.
cool.
Do that.
And let's try to just have these questions in 3 spots or 2 spots so that we don't have to go away from topic a lot. It's just at the start to get them engaged and in the midway when they start getting bored. Cool.
The backup if they do like raising their hands, who's sending with raising their hands.
Yeah, of course. But I'm pretty sure nobody's.
I like the clapping.
Yeah, it's different. Another thing. This is what. Sorry, you leaving?
He lives like 10 hours.
Cool. No worries. Okay. Yeah, thank you for coming by. I think Christine is the only person who had worked with you. Are you okay with the QR code thing? Okay, cool.
What's that supposed to mean? What you said?
I said,
Okay, cool. So another thing we're planning to do is making them stand up. Okay. I know, right? It's so annoying, but what we're having here is appreciation for our speakers and also good engagement for them. It's a refreshment. Once you get up and clap, you're just awake again for the next speaker session. So at the start, I think Annie, you should introduce that part because you heard it recently. You want to do that?
Because I heard it recently. Okay.
You have better recollection.
I have better recollection.
It's the same thing as.
So there's this really cool person called April Dunford, and she's like a business strat person. And she was talking about this thing where like she went to a conference and she spoke, and when she was done, everybody like stood up, and everybody like gave her like a standing ovation. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up.
How long is the clock?
Okay, I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna start clapping for me. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you guys should try standing here because it feels really good when like everyone stands up and like they clap for you and you're like, whoa, what an amazing crowd this is. Can we try that again? That felt really good for me. Okay, 3, 2, 1, clap for me. Right, so what we're trying to do is, well, we're trying to give the speakers, well, appreciation, because they're like, holy shit, everyone's standing up for me. But it's gonna feel really bad. You can sit. You can sit. But then like, obviously it's gonna suck when they realize that, you know, we're like giving everyone a standing ovation. But then it gives them the reaction like, oh my God, that was an amazing crowd. And so we get to like praise the crowd in front of us, and that feels good for them. But also, I've been in many lectures before where I'm like, fuck, I wish I could like sprint just for a second, just to get my heart pumping so that I can concentrate again. So I think like when you're like sitting and you get up and you're like, it gives you energy back. So that's what we want everyone to do.
So we're gonna spread out around the room and just stand up and start clapping.
Yeah. Well, no. Well,
We're going to tell the stories again. So try to build as many anecdotes, as many stories as possible throughout the day. Okay. Even this is going to have some background. Like Annie had some experience with some crowd that just.
I'm gonna lie.
Yeah, she's gonna lie, but it's gonna be a story, and the story could be humorous. The story could be refreshing, and again, it keeps your attention. And everyone will be clapping after that throughout the datathon, even on the 20th. The main reason we want to have this is for the 20th, because there's like 4 back-to-back sessions on that day, and people are going to get a little bit bored, a little bit, whatever. So we want to show appreciation towards our speakers, and also want to make sure everyone's engaged. Whoa.
Bring back dopamine.
Bring back dopamine.
Oh God, that felt so good for me. Does anyone else want to try standing here? Do you want to feel it for a second? Just feel it for a second. Okay. Just feel it. Okay.
I'm going to try something different.
Okay.
Everyone stand up, please.
Okay.
And all Simon didn't say to stand up. I want y'all to boo me as loud as you can.
Alright.
Alright? 3, 2, 1. Boo!
I hate evil.
No, wait, but try this. Okay, everyone clap for him. 3.
Wait. Everyone clap for me.
Okay.
I need to say it. Everyone clap for me. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, yeah. Love that we were talking about.
You know what? I felt like a Kim Jong-un up there. Clap for me.
And that's where he hires me.
Raise your hand if you'd
Yeah.
like to dig tunnels in New York.
So then, what?
Okay, so transition. Sorry?
You can make them do the clap for the academics.
Yeah, 100%. So the symbol for making them clap is just standing up and they'll clap. That's usually how it works. It worked in the past. Transition. So after the academics team is done, one of us is going to come back, and after that we have to transition them to the masonry goal, which is going to happen outside. They have an opportunity to get food outside as well, which I'm assuming they're going to prioritize because food. How we're going to direct them is by telling them, going in a sensible fashion. Somehow, maybe let's say half of the room leave first and half of the room second, or somehow, because we don't want a big queue outside, nor do we want to brawl.
Just raise your hand if you're single.
Yeah, and then go outside, and then
I
go
saw
to
that
the
the
single.
arms stick out. There's the all of your life is out there.
It reminds me of the data set idea we had about data.
The love-a-thon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways, maybe we could do what we did during like the scavenger event, where we gave them numbers. And we're like, okay, all the number ones go outside.
I would not.
What?
No, see, that was a lot of work.
Like, well, maybe we can just do by rows.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Also, am I doing this since I'm the last one presenting?
No, you will be getting the mic to someone. You don't need
We're done. We can go home after,
Remember
right?
the top?
You have to stay back in the Q&A session. So, okay.
Okay.
The next thing that is going to happen is the live stream is going to end. Wait.
Someone-
First, the live stream ends.
Not in.
Yeah.
Talked about the data.
Sorry. The data sets, and then we have the live stream that will end. After that, the live stream ending will be again one of us. We still have to figure that out. I don't know how that will work. But it will be something catchy that will direct them to the next 20th event, or also motivate them to hack. Tell them why hacking is important, why they should stick with this competition, and what resources they have is already been shared. After that is over, Anaki, if you're handling the, probably the left. Anaki, if you're handling the live stream, you have to end it, right? Because you're going to be Q&A then, right?
I'll be. I think Adrian will be doing it because I'll be presenting after him. So
Okay.
So I'll be the last one, so I'll end the live stream.
You'll have to end the live stream.
I just closing the laptop or just pulling the plug to work, right?
I don't think so. You have to stop stream.
Oh, that's easy.
Cool. So that's done. Stream is over. Then we move on to the mix and mingle. People, let's say we direct them like half of the room first, the next half of the room after that. Then we open up for Q&A session. What we can do is we can have you guys at the stage, back at the stage, and you can answer the questions one by one. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do the group session answering, or do you want to do the one-on-one answering?
Wait, when? This is like... when
After
it's
this
done to the-
live stream is done.
Just, we have a room, right, set up for us?
Which one?
Or we can just, me, him, and all the mentors can just sit in a room. And if anyone has questions, they can just come.
No, you can just sit in that room. So the mix and mingle is in the atrium.
Right.
So IC 130 is free.
Sure, let's just IC 130.
Yeah. So how do you want to do the Q&A? Do you want everyone to sit and then you do the Q&A and then you leave them to the mix and mingle, or should people go to the mix and mingle and anyone who has questions can stay back and ask you one by one?
Yeah.
One by one.
Yeah, they can bring food inside.
We'll just stay in IC 130 for the entirety of the...
Yeah. You're staying in, but do you want to Q&A before they leave or after they leave?
After that, we can tell them, hey, you can grab food first, mix them together, whatever, you can do that. But if you have any questions at any point until 5:30 or so, you can just come back into IC 130, and then we'll be here to answer any questions that you have.
So 5.
Or 5. Sorry, 5.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. How about Christine? Then you give the mix and mingle instructions while they're inside. Okay. Then we'll drive them out.
And tell them to grab a card.
Yes. You are. What are they?
So they'll just be on the cruiser tables, and then I grab a card and try to find a person. I don't even know what the cards are.
They're very small questions. So.
The way it was going to be run is that every person has set a grade, and then you go around talking to a new person each chapter. So,
Okay.
and you can also reuse it to the other.
Okay. Cool. So there are going to be two kinds of people. One set of people who have already formed a team and they want to talk more about the data sets. So you can tell them that you can grab food and talk about the data sets. The academic student is going to be here to ask questions. For anyone who has not yet formed a team and wants to form a team, just go out on the mixer tables. You have these cards. You can do exactly what you said.
By the way, have you been revealed that there are 3 data sets yet?
Not true.
Okay, just because I'm working on the announcement to send later tonight about the RSVP for the mix-up, there's happening tomorrow in this project.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to double check about not
Sure.
Correction, we have revealed the data set.
No.
There are 3.
Yeah, there are 3.
Oh, we have revealed
Oh,
that
okay.
three.
It's on the website.
Okay. What's on the website?
I think it's on the website and it's on like
That there are 3 data sets. She just said it.
No, what exactly is
It's
on
the
the website?
academic, industry,
Yeah.
government.
But that's just the areas. We have not even told how many the data sets are linked to it in any way. That's the theme of the datathon.
Christine has a question.
right?
Is this not also on the applications too? People actually
I don't think so.
I don't think they we already gave them the
That's why I'm
Yeah, there's themes, there's no data sets.
Data sets,
I shared the submission.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very good.
no, that's very
double check that.
I was concerned.
Or is this